Johnny in Texas. Johnny, how are you?
Brian, my man, you just made my damn week, brother. Hey, you know you are the favorite sub-host for the Clones, right? If you don't know it, you know it now, my man. And I know that tennis and soccer aren't really kind of like lit for most of the Clones, but just the fact that you're on the other side gripping that mic is enough for me, brother. You know, your comeback on radio is kind of synonymous with my return post-divorce of my love life. Brian, the ladies are coming out of the woodwork. It's quite epic, to be honest with you. I'm having trouble remembering names, but I'm doing pretty good because I made a pact with myself not to, like crack back at them real quick and get the names mixed up. In fact, once I get them into my lair, we've had a few drinks and smoozing and sweet talking. I just like to be straightforward up front because I'm a gentleman. And I'll tell them, hey, look, once you get into my snare, there's a really good chance you're going to lose an undergarment or two.
Okay. Now, Johnny, we're friends on Twitter. I'm putting my hands up. I do not run the board. I do not have control of the buzzer. However, you were moving beyond the old PG-13 there. Alvin, I can understand why you made that decision. A little bit of creepiness, perhaps, coming through your audio speakers. When I heard the word lair, I was going to ask if Garrett had the phone number and we could trace the call and perhaps reach out to local authorities. But the jungle is a diverse place, and Johnny is choosing an interesting brand. So his comeback has apparently some rewards to it. And I don't necessarily need to be linked to that, but I can appreciate someone as a loyal follower on Twitter without making judgments as to what they may or may not be doing in their personal life. Remember, radio, the audio business, I say, as we continue our odyssey together, is theater of the mind. But in 30 minutes, I have to drive home with that image rattling around my head. Where do I go to get that thought out of my mind? How do I get those 90 seconds back? All right, Rit, excellent screening. The Ritter once more shining. More reaction. Back to the tweets. Jared in Wisconsin. Looking forward to Brian Weber trying to get the XR4TI to unionize while Rome is away. Hashtag pro-labor. I was not doing Norma Ray. I could not hop up on this desk. I'm already working a heat pad because I threw my back out moving a couch. What is the deal with couches? What is the deal with couches? Why they call it brunch when there's no liner? But how many middle-aged people have destroyed their lower lumbar region of their back moving a couch? Couches are the death knell of anybody over the age of 40. Canadian Hitman has been prolific today. We're playing the hits here. We agree with getting paid for image use and time for Brad Corona to pay up. Signed, Matt in Van. Tyler in Edmonton's faces on Brad's banana hammock. Oh. This is a very creepy edition of the Jim Rome Show. Can we just burn this segment, pretend like it never happened? But there's more. Bella B in Calgary always brightens the mood, and there's no ATP today. Speaking of silly little rabbits, I don't think we've heard from your pal, Geoff in Lincoln, on the show today.
They're all buttholes out there. They really are.
He might be missing as well. Can we call the authorities? I'm now getting, Alvin, more breaking news. Do we have the Tiffany? This just into the jungle. Garrett Ritt whispering in my ear with slander, quote, his tweets are underperforming. Underperforming. Ritt.
Can't do it, baby.
I'm like Johnny in Texas. You know I have no standards.
Hey, John.
Pretty clear that if you're breathing and you can put something coherent together, we'll get you in the rotation. Ritt now suddenly has awoken. Was it the 9th cup of Swiss Miss that kicked that mind into action and finally at Planet Wilson won? Finally. Alvin is ready to go. On TV more than reruns of The Office. Come on, B-Web, step your game up.
Step your game up.
Regards, Leave It to Beaver. Duke is on TV more than...
Duke is Duke.
They're on TV more than Leave It to Beaver reruns.
Thank you.
Brother.
We just did Match Game, right? Of course, Gene Rayburn, not Alec Baldwin. Quick rant about people who don't need the money taking work away from game show hosts. And I know it's the summer rerun season. But for example, and Jim's talked about his passion as a youngster for Pressure Luck and the other staples. Card Sharks.
Big bucks.
Dumb Donald was so dumb. How dumb was he? If you're Alec Baldwin, and depending on where I am on the steam room spectrum, I might get a couple Baldwin comparisons. Not today. Can't spell svelte without B-Web.
Hit the bricks, pal.
Yeah, coffees for closers. How much more money do you need?
Put that coffee down.
Game shows used to be a craft. And if I'm going to be transparent, something that I aspired to be.
You call yourself a salesman?
You think I'm over the top, perhaps calling a softball home run?
And it's over just that quickly.
An MMA fight? Bowling?
Scriven.
You put this hair, layers of makeup, and my cheesy disposition into a game show studio, and we're making TV gold. You see me clutch this microphone. Can you envision the skinny Gene Rayburn lavalier in my hand? But it's never going to happen. All right, the clones now have decided it is time to evaluate with a high degree of concern what in the world Johnny in Texas was trying to articulate. My 2 cents worth. Johnny, what the F was that? Haunted horse. Holy crap, Johnny. That call could be used as evidence in a future court appearance, bro. Jake in Buffalo. Lure them back into my lair. Ew. Johnny in Texas gets the final word. I did good. That is a relative term. All right. I had a Tom Brady well-crafted take. Here's the good news. Tom Brady is not playing golf until Tuesday, and I am back tomorrow. So, if you want my thoughts on why Tom Brady is appearing on every show, Alvin, since you love game shows, I can tell, Brady's going to be hosting some reboot of a classic game show this summer, right? He'll show up and do Card Sharks, hosted by the great Jack Barry back in the day. Joker. Joker's wild. One more. Jared in Wisconsin. If Geoff in Lincoln is missing, you might want to check Johnny in Texas's lair. And it's over just that quickly.
And it's over just that quickly.
Tom Brady will have to wait. Johnny in Texas has dragged this entire show into his lair. It puts the lotion on. Okay. I walk in the door after hours of preparation. We get here roughly 4:30 in the morning when there are alarming circumstances going on. We have a full rehearsal. I work with the band. Rit has some more hot chocolate, and then we belt out the program live. And rule number 1 is do not destroy the brand of a Hall of Famer, an iconic figure in our industry who changed the entire media landscape. And at 20 past the hour, I was feeling very good about accomplishing that goal. And then suddenly I wound up in a lair.
Below not good.
And the whole show is captured now in this cauldron. And can we get out? We'll find out because I'm going to expand the conversation. No more phone calls, Rit. Lock those lines. And we'll find out about tomorrow. See what kind of mood I'm in.